Okay.
Come on over here. So thinking about what's actually going into each one of these colors too, you got teal, it's heavy in iron. That's truly what gives it that color. Where red, that's gonna be some of your more expensive glass because it truly contains gold and other very precious metals that truly give it that color, right? And then you got black. Black is what's known as manganese. That truly gives it that nice dark color, but it's also it's also, sorry, I just pronounced it weird. But this guy is purple as well. So you could actually kind of take black and stretch it into purple in some instances. And then white, it's one of the strongest colors in glass world. Hence titanium dioxide. That's really what gives it that true color. It's really cool when you start thinking about everything that goes into this, like cadmium, cobalt.
Oh my God.
It's all sorts of stuff, you know? Cadmium, the one thing our bodies just won't get rid of. It doesn't.
Oh wow.
So this guy here, this is our molten glass furnace. And it burns at 2100 degrees, 7 days a week. We don't ever shut this guy off because it actually takes 7 days to recuperate enough heat to put glass inside.
It's got a long
heat time and a long cool down, 10 days.
Oh wow.
So when this guy's on, it's on, and it actually holds 300 pounds of liquid material.
300 pounds of
liquid molten glass. Come on, check it out. It's totally electric too.
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
Feel that, my God.
Yeah, it's hard to look down at the bottom. You can see the element reflecting off the pool. So this guy here is going to be our punty or the pontal, but we'll use today. Where the floats.
What's it called?
The punty or the pontal.
Okay.
So this one is for blowing glass. You got the hollow pipe. Where we're going to be sculpting the glass today. So we sculpt on a solid pipe. Okay. All these pipes, they've been preheated or the molten glass won't stick. What you're seeing here is me picking the straightest one we got. Kind of like pool. So from here on is going to be that danger zone. But just like an oar, you never want to hold the oar like this. You always want to have a nice space on the pipe. Does that kind of make sense?
Okay.
Holding it like a greatsword feels like a greatsword.
Yeah, sure.
But this guy going in, of course, you'll actually see the level inside, right here. Just like a honey dowel, that's how you get it out of there. But the gravity is in control by your turning. Because if you stop turning, everything will just want to fall.
Drift. Ah, yeah, there it is, okay.
In glass blowing, we call that off center. It doesn't match what's going on. So using pausing, you bring it back.
Okay.
Kind of makes sense?
That makes a lot of sense.
I'm gonna hand it to you to start. Keep it turning with those fingers. Not a lot of pressure when you touch down, and just start rolling. A little more, you can get on there a little bit. There you go. Naturally, that's the max amount you could get out of there because of how hot our furnace is. Turn the other direction now. We cool this little blob down, so we could actually get more on the next day. Give it a tap on the table and truly feel it too.
Oh wow.
But it didn't quite feel like glass, right?
No,
you could tell it still
like,
had that
like
that bounce. Yeah, absolutely. Where I'll show you here, check this out. Now the sound, it gets higher pitched, more like glass as it's cooling down, right? But the inside, in comparison, is still plenty hot.
So it's on the order of like seconds that it changes.
Now the sound difference.
That's starting to sound more like glass.
Yeah. So at 800 degrees, this will literally just explode right off there. So we always use the ovens to keep it above 800 degrees. And when you're a beginner, it naturally happens to you all the time. But now,
wait, what will explode?
This right here. The contraction of the material out in the open air causes it to explode. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get a side of teal, we'll flip it like a pancake, side of red, and then black and white in those blank spots. Now I go in for our next dip. You can see that we're absolutely collecting a lot more.
Oh yeah, it's like an inch or so on
You can see I'm turning slower now too.
Okay.
Because we have a core now, that solid core hanging on.
Okay.
Here you are, go for our color, turning slow on the way. Going for teal first. We're gonna kind of start on the tip and go down and just wiggle it a little bit. See how that gets you more?
Okay.
Flip it again, down to the red, but not a lot of wiggle till you get all the way down to the side. Now wiggle a little bit. Perfect. Head for your black.
Here?
Yep. Up on the tip a little bit, just like this. And then down all the way. Hang for a second before you flip. Go for the white. Up all the way on the tippy. Perfect. And especially on the white, give it a good long hang because that's the last one that we do. So naturally, we got to make sure that that white really sticks.
Okay.
Amazing to notice how much the red changes.
It almost looks orange now.
Let's keep it turning. We're headed over here to heat it up. Rest that darkest part on the ball bearing first.
Darkest part on the ball bearing.
Perfect, right there. Don't worry, there's no wrong questions. Going in now, right about here. This guy, natural gas and forced air. So when this guy is on, it only needs 2 hours to recuperate enough heat to truly reach 2,300 degrees. A little bit hotter than this guy at 21. But it's two different heat sources too. You've got electric versus gas, right?
Yeah.
Like even when I went to school in Tulsa, Oklahoma, they just used gas for everything because that was the cheaper resource.
Sure.
Just like little bits of wax, we can see it all starting to flatten out where the teal immediately starts to flatten out, but the top is the red right there. You see how the red is still not melting?
These ones, right? That one on top now?
So now, naturally what you're seeing here is the difference between a stiff and a soft color. Switch directions in your turn. Red is one of those stiffer colors where blue melts quick. You can still see red is kind of taking its time.
Yeah, on that side.
Oh, yeah.
Still a bunch of bumps on it.
That's just natural for the different melting temperatures of those metals. If you turn one way too long, you see how it actually starts to twist on you?
I do. There's like a lump at the end.
I'm gonna grab it here.
Yeah.
Check out how the white looks totally clear. And
Oh,
you'll
yeah.
slowly see it fade back.
Yeah.
So for that cool coil pattern, I want to actually start by creating this nice cylinder. The cylinder is crucial for this part because I'm going to have you working another tool here in a moment. I'm going to bring it right here. The jacks are used to create this constriction on the nose of the material where we're actually going to have you grab on. The grabber is going to be that guy right there.
Okay.
You're going to want to grab on and begin to pull. While you're pulling, I'm going to be twisting the pipe.
Okay.
So we're going to make a cool, co-fangled mess out to here. I'm going to grab this away and cut that little excess off, okay? Okay. First, I straighten it out. And before I do anything with the heat, I dip this tip in the water. There's that red.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Naturally, just like a forge, you put something in here, the tip is getting hot first.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
So by actually cooling the tip with water, you could force more heat to the back of your material.
Because it goes in the tip, and then you cool it down, and then reheat the tip, and it's and you're gotcha.
Because the tip, it'll just get so hot, it's unmanageable. You know, by the time that the back is hot enough to even use. So by quenching it, and before you grab on, I'm going to quench it again.
Okay. And that's to get more heat onto the back without, well, still having the tip be usable.
You want to utilize as much of this color as possible. And then I give it another dip. You can see the surface crackling and melting over as well.
Oh wow.
So going in. That's a whole nother effect in glass where you actually dip your whole base in the water and crackle the surface of your base.
Oh. Okay.
Really interesting, you know? There's so many things that just scathe the surface of your 30-minute experience.
Yeah. Yeah.
And start with a soft pull. I'm going to dip it before we begin.
Okay.
Go ahead. Grab. Slow pull. A little harder now. Grab harder. There you go.
I'm watching that color.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Come out from the. Oh, that's neat.
See, it just keeps going. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab it here. See, we don't want the piece that I was dipping in the water,
Okay.
so I start to free it. technical difficulty. And now we have, see, it's all separated as
That's
well.
cool. Yeah, but you were saying with the white and the black between them. Neat.
Now I'm going to heat it up, and when I come back, you'll actually be using this pincer here to grab on and twist. We're just kind of going to be balling it up. There's no wrong way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Twist. Okay.
Kind of push it in. Just make sure you don't fold it back on the pipe or anything like that. I'll be like, no, stop. And start. Grab it. Twist it. Push it. Perfect. We'll grab a little heat and do that again. Amazing. You can actually see the material flying apart.
Yeah, look at the spot right there.
Yeah.
It almost looks like
It's almost like fiberglass.
I was gonna
you
say
know?
cotton candy.
Yeah.
Was the thing that
Totally.
reminded me of.
And then same thing, just grab, twist, and push in.
Same direction or other direction?
I mean, try the other direction. If it looks weird, then no.
Okay. Oh, come on.
Yeah, it looks weird.
Okay.
Now push. So you never know until you try.
Right.
But it kind of was undoing it.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, so this is what creates those like spirals inside of it.
Inside.
And we're gonna.
And then we dip it right back in the furnace.
I see. Okay. I was trying to wrap my head around like how's this looking to a.
Grab, twist, push. All the way in. Just like that. I'm gonna grab it here. Kind of check in where we're at. With the little time we have left, I kind of want to make sure that we're not moving. Because when you dip this in there, if this is moving, it'll totally fall off inside.
Oh, it'll like fall out.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
And then you're kind of contaminating the whole 300 pounds of glass inside.
Ah.
But if you let it get too cold, you go to dip it in there, it'll just explode. There's so many different things
That's
that
a lot
affect
of ways
it.
that can.
Yeah,
happen.
it's kind of like Goldilocks, you know?
Yeah.
Just right.
Has to be a just right zone.
And we'll
Okay.
check out our bit. Super anxious bit. See the colors starting to change in, but look at the red when I dip it.
Oh yeah.
There it is. But it'll turn back to brown because it's still super, super hot.
Gotcha.
Now we're headed over to give this thing a dip. You can kind of watch the temperature as well by viewing the glow that's in the pipe.
The center part of the pipe there, right?
The reddish glow tells me that the glass is still well over 1400 degrees. You start seeing the loss of the glow in the pipe, you know you should be heating it up. I go in, I give it a coat. Straight away to our water to cool things down. But
Yeah, you can
essentially,
see the temperature is involved.
Oh,
because
yeah.
of the water on the pipe.
there's actually two different kinds of metal here used in the pipe as well.
Oh, really? Okay.
One that accepts more heat, where this is stainless. So
Ah, so it's not the same level of
Retention,
heat
yeah,
conductivity
yeah.
at the different levels of the pipe.
So what we dipped in there was solid, right? So before we do any shaping, I want it to start moving a little bit. Because it's kind of like throwing sunscreen on your arm if you just go to try to shape the molten glass over that solid.
Ah, so we just dipped a solid in a liquid, solid-ish in a liquid.
Forever debatable.
Gotcha.
So these scoops we use here, these are actually made of cherry wood. Cherry wood is used naturally for the tight grain and the little sap content. But you see the cherry wood starts to burn. That's when it stops shaping our material. Now that I compacted everything down, I use a tighter diameter to truly begin to round things off. And when you're using this guy, I'm gonna have you turning it about right here. And then oh, you're good. Oh, we're on this side. Oh, sorry. You're gonna hold this guy.
Gotcha. Okay.
And when I tell you to, you're gonna swap up this way and then back down, okay?
Okay.
First, give it a dip in the water, and I'm gonna take a heat. Straight up on it first, other way. There you go. Now switch. And back. All the way. Perfect. It's cool we get all sorts of bubbles in there too. Now our
Oh,
next
that's
goal
neat.
is of course just getting it off of the big stick. naturally.
Huh.
So we're gonna heat it up and use this tool called jacks to actually carve a line in to take it off.
Okay.
Feel that weight we added too. Keep it turning.
Oh my God! Wow.
Yeah. Let's go heat it up. Resting down. Seriously, adding around like 1.5 pounds or a pound, but it just feels so heavy because it's on an 8-pound broomstick, you know?
Yeah.
Did you feel how heavy it got in your fingers?
Oh my God! Yeah.
So that feeling is the glass going to a liquid. It went in there a solid, and you actually feel it in your fingers. Now I'm starting to squeeze down our line, making sure we're off the pipe, but centripetal force squatted the paperweight out. Me squeezing and turning makes it squat. So I hop back in, shake all the water out, and say, hey, don't do that.
Ah, yeah. Okay. Squatting. So it's changing from a sphere into more of a
Oblique spheroid, if you will.
that's a good word.
You learn a lot about oblique spheroids in glass school.
It sounds. I'll bet.
Now, I'm gonna heat it up. When I come back, you'll be using the jacks from this angle, okay?
Okay.
These guys are actually lubricated with beeswax, so they never stick to the glass.
Ah, because they are for separating. Gotcha.
So this guy here, I started that line naturally because now that's where the heat's gonna focus. You can see when I pause,
Oh yeah, you can see it like tip right away.
that's the only heat focus now because it's that thinner part.
Sure.
Coming on out. Go ahead. Feels like it's gonna fall off.
It does. Yeah.
On off there. Hold on to those for a moment. Popping in kind of under there and just tucking them in.
Yeah, you can see it on this side of it. It's filling in.
And right here is where we're actually gonna put a stamp that says when and where you made it to.
Nice.
See, the jacks, that's what these guys are called. The jacks can only be waxed when they're hot. So you get them hot, here's our wax. Now, if I stop turning, everything will naturally just fall.
There it is.
So it's too hot to load into our kiln. It'll turn into a coaster just sitting in there. So naturally, we're just letting it cool down. And if you let this touch to there, it absolutely will stick and do that cotton candy kind of grip thing that you saw, right?
Right.
Of course, anytime you do this, there's going to be a byproduct, right?
Yeah,
Or
this
excess.
bottom part.
We call this the moil. The moil is what needs to be recycled, right? The clear glass in itself can actually be thrown right back in. Infinitely recycled, but the colored glass, we have to find something else to do with it, like turn it into jewelry, mosaics, fused glass. There's all sorts of different things you can do with it.
Okay.
But if you melt all that color, your whole pot will just turn green because most of the iron content in the color.
Okay.
That's why antique clothes, those are green, because they're made of recycled glass.
Ah.
Now,
Okay.
we could actually see the water here. It's going to crack it. That's our thermal stress. I'm gonna drip it right there for a clean break. I'll tell you when. A little more thermal stress is added by just using this cold tool. And I handed you a bat, so you think really hard, but it's actually pretty soft.
Okay.
Gentle, tap tap,
Oh wow.
just like that. Now we got a blowtorch for you, some MAP gas. 2 hands on the yellow tank, and we're gonna point it directly down on it. Perfect. And here's that difference too.
Oh yeah.
So that's showing you the hottest part of the torch, right? And the glass.
Right.
A little closer. Perfect. Kind of like art class and any class you do where you pick up something the next day, we have to figure out who made what. So we actually stamp everything.
Got it.
Now you can actually see the glow in the material too.
Yeah, look at that. That's cool.
They actually make filters for phones and cameras with this.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
The Corning Museum uses them a lot.
Ah.
They actually have a camera inside of their oven. It's crazy.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. That's cool.
You keep going. I'm gonna grab on here, I got it. So the stamp says Oregon Coast in the year. You got the letter E, better than F, right? Right.
Nice.
Now to make sure it doesn't wobble or anything, I really just want to flip it over and check. Get all the sides gummy, flip it, press it.
Yeah.
There's our paperweight. You'll be shocked to see how red that is in the morning too.
Yeah, I'm
Heading, and the
very
teal,
excited to
the
see
teal
it.
even looks green. Into our kiln. Any conductive material in this world, if you actually don't control that cool down, that curing, you will lose the integrity of that product, right? So metal, concrete, any of it. Our process is annealing the glass, and we start at 920 degrees. You can see we were in and out because 800 degrees is where the glass will begin to crack.
Okay.
So once everything is loaded up inside of here, it's gonna take all day to essentially temper the glass. And then at 6 o'clock, it's gonna start a slow ramp down that goes 1 to 3 degrees a minute. When it's cooling down, it cools all the way down to 200 degrees. That's when we can officially open the kiln.